Hello everyone! Today I am reviewing for you God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater by Kurt Vonnegut. This is Kurt Vonnegut's fifth novel and it was published in 1965. This book follows a man named Elliot Rosewater. Elliot was born into wealth. He controls a multi-million-dollar foundation whose funds are his to do with as he pleases. Instead of living a life of luxury, Elliot stays in Rosewater County, Indiana, where he volunteers as a firefighter and helps the community by dispensing his money and listening to their problems. For these reasons, people think he's insane. He's estranged from his wife. His father, who has his own set of issues, is hysterical with disappointment. And there are these lawyers who want to prove him insane to get a cut of his fortune. Kurt Vonnegut novels always have subtitles, and the subtitle of this novel is Pearls Before Swine, which is a quote from Matthew in the New Testament. The full quote reads, "Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you into pieces." Elliot's loved ones, especially his father, find his love of the poor pathological, but for the people of Rosewater County, Elliot is Jesus. I don't think it's a spoiler to tell you that the last line of the book is spoken by Elliot, and it's, "Be fruitful and multiply," which is of course said by God to Adam and Eve. Elliot is able to be like a god because he is able to love humanity in spite of its utter uselessness. This is really the first Vonnegut novel where I've been able to spot a lot of his intertexts, and this one often took me back to Player Piano and its anxiety about human beings becoming outdated and living without meaning. Even if that's the case and no one has any purpose, the rich have at least one advantage, and that's material advantage. So if you're rich, it doesn't make sense for you to be a good person and give away your money. If you did, you'd be condemning yourself and your descendants to an unextraordinary life just like everyone else. But Elliot doesn't see it that way because Elliot loves humans just for being humans, and that is a feat that is godlike. What I love from a Kurt Vonnegut resolution is its sense of defiance. There's always a perseverance in humanity, and here it's perseverance through selflessness. I always come away with the impression that Vonnegut has a low estimation of humanity's worth, but a high estimation of its value. And I don't know if that's optimistic or realistic or humanistic. But there's so much I could say for this book. I was stuck in the theme of madness my entire reading. Who defines what madness is and how those definitions can be biased? Especially keep in mind that this was written in 1965 when any deviant sexuality might be classified as mental illness. Elliot definitely has his own issues with trauma and mental illness, and his father doesn't understand how he contributes to these problems. It's interesting to see how Elliot's trauma plays itself out again and again, and how he copes and compartmentalizes. So if you're new to Vonnegut, this wouldn't be a bad place to start. It's very quintessentially him without as much sci-fi. If you're interested in more sci-fi, you might be better off with Cat's Cradle or The Sirens of Titan. I'm feeling very much in a Kurt Vonnegut mood, so don't be surprised if you see more reviews for his work cropping up on this channel very soon. In the meantime, I'd love it if you would talk to me about Vonnegut. Thanks for watching. Can you believe I did a whole review of this book without mentioning Kilgore Trout?